What's up again, everybody? Today we're going to spotlight a brand new game to the channel. Technically it's not new, in fact this is set number 3 for it, but we're talking My Hero Academia Heroes Clash. This is the third set in the My Hero Academia CCG, and it is part of the UniVersus system. As you can see down here, it says UniVersus. This is made by Jasco Games, and they reached out to me recently. They said, hey, we like the stuff that you're making about card games, and we'd like to send you a couple of boxes of this new set that we have coming down the pipeline. You talk a lot about liking supplemental sets that help supplement new and exciting ways to play decks, and this might be up your alley. And the joke's on them because I actually already really liked the game. I've purchased a box of the original set. This was back when the set actually came out, the very first My Hero Academia set. I was really interested in the UniVersus system because about 6 years ago, a couple of friends of mine, they played it heavily and it looked incredible, and I never got into it. So when they re-released this system, I was like all for it. I was all interested, and so they sent this out, not knowing that I had already recorded a video like a year ago with this product, and unfortunately the video corrupted completely, and I was really sad because I didn't get to put it out on the channel. But I'm really excited because now I get to fix that. I just want to say this. Full disclosure, they sent me 2 boxes, and I opened up the first box, and as I do, I opened it up on camera just in case, and that box was absolutely crazy with pulls. And so this box has a lot to measure up to, but we're going to walk through it together. We're going to open it up together. I'm going to talk you through the game itself, why I like the game, why I like the UniVersus system, all while we crack some packs from this set. Now, if you wanted to know, this set is actually not quite out yet. It is coming out in a couple of weeks, but pre-release weekend actually starts today, so you can go to your local game store and play in a pre-release and get your hands on this product. And I'm not gonna lie, I think you should do it because 1, the game is cool. The way that the game plays is super unique. The system that UniVersus uses has always been unique, so I highly recommend you check it out for that. But 2, these cards are cool looking, they're very shiny, and you could get your hands on some really cool products. So first things first, let's talk about what's in the box itself. When you open up a box of My Academia, wow, I did not say that right at all. When you open a box of My Hero Academia CCG, there it is. We did it. We made it to the finish. It's been a long day, but we got there. Anyway, so when you actually open the box, you're gonna get your hands on some really cool stuff. This is a game that leans heavily into like alternate art versions of cards and like special finishes, but in a way that's like purely cosmetic and really fun to get your hands on. So each box has a box topper. As you can see, this is the box topper. The rarity of the box topper, by the way, is down here. This is an XRSE, so it's a starter exclusive and it's an extra rare. The way they do like rarities, I'll talk about here in a moment. But I think it's a really cool way to tackle rarities. They basically have like an alternate art, or not really alternate art, a special version of every card past just foiling. And they print it in extra rare rarity. So this is an extra rare, and this is a starter exclusive, I believe is what the SE stands for. Nevertheless, you also get 2 these really interesting like quirk pack. They're basically promo cards. These are not for sale outside of the box, so technically like a store can't just straight up sell these. We're gonna open one right now so you can kind of see what it looks like, but it's a single card and it's just a special promo card that is exclusive, I believe exclusive to these box toppers. So here's one, for example, Training Weights. It is not for sale. As you can see, you can get your hands on this version of the card, and look at the foiling. That is just so fun. Japanese card games do stuff like this, and this is not to say that this is a Japanese card game, but go look at a bunch of Japanese card games and you'll see some absolutely insane foiling treatments out there. And I think this game toes the line perhaps perfectly between trying extra really cool techniques to really push foiling forward while also being restrained enough to not be like gaudy. I think that's really, really cool. And it's one of the selling points for me. If you like just shiny cards and cool looking stuff, this is a game that you might want to consider. By the way, if you're looking at like this and going, okay, so this is a box, how many packs? 24. How many cards per pack? I believe this is a 10 card pack. We can count it together. But I just opened a box previous to this, and we can kind of find out together. Let's talk about the rarity breakdown within a pack. I believe you get like 5 commons. Let's check that. Common, as you can see, is down here, and I'll talk more about the game as we go. Forceful Blow. I'm such a sucker for this art. I know this is like screen grabs from the show, but the show has fantastic art. I love heavy line work in shows. And then we have a set of uncommons. I think there's 4, usually 4, and then 1 foil, either rare or better. And this, that's not a rare or better, that's an ultra rare. An ultra rare is one that you can think of this like a legendary in some games. Some games call these like majestics or mythics. There's like 4 to 5 a box. They can run pretty pricey, but they are fancy, and this is a good one. That is so cool. What a way to start a box opening. I don't think it's gonna, well, I'll show you the pulls from the first box here in a minute, but it was pretty spicy. This right here is an ultra rare, and so it's like one of like 4 to 5 that you get in a box. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 commons, and then 3 uncommons, and then you'll get either a rare or better in that last slot. And sometimes you do get like a swap out for one of those cards to become a rare foil, and then you get something even spicier in the pack. Nevertheless, there is a rough breakdown of the pack contents. Water Pump as a common, Noble Participation. So part of the reason that I really enjoyed this game and like just the overall aesthetics of it is because of the way that they just handle like the card layouts, as we have the hardened uppercut. I like it's very full of iconography, and that can be daunting at first, but the more you pick up on the iconography, the more you just at a glance can know what a card does. And I'm still working on that myself, because this is a game that I actively want to put decks together and play, because again, I feel like I missed out so long ago when my friends were super into it, and now I've moved away, and I want to pick it back up again. And luckily, my local game store is actually super into the game. The game store owner, or one of the owners, was like really big into just the system itself, UniVersus itself, and so he really brings people into play it. And so there's an opportunity for me to go and put decks together and sit down in person and actually play the game, which is great. I think that's exciting to me as well. And the company wants that. Like, Jasco as a company was very specific in saying they want people to play and experience the game together at the local game store. Deku's Notebook as the foil rare. This is what I mean. You can see it's rare down in the bottom. And of course, you get a foil rare or better. As we see here, we have foil rares in that stack, with the ultra rare starting us off, which is pretty spicy. So one of the cool things about this set, in addition to the fact that it's really great if you want to play and build decks, one of the cool things that I found about it is that they have perhaps one of the most chasest of chase cards within this set somewhere, and it's absolutely bonkers to look at. It's called a Chrome Rare, and what they did is they serialized and like short printed the Chrome Rares like crazy. I'll see if I can put either a video or a graphic on the screen, and I'm just gonna tell you, it is insane to look at. Here we have another ultra rare, Invisible Infiltration. Look at that pop of that foil, is really cool. And what basically they did is I think they printed literally just 100 of each Chrome Rare, and there's just like 100 that are going to be floating out there, and you get your hands on it. It's like a special, almost like a cold foil variant of a specific character in the game that you play as, and you can try and find your copy. You can maybe buy one, but opening it, that's going to be an experience. And I know for a fact I am never lucky enough to open something as super rare and crazy as that. I know that for a fact about myself. but I can't wait to watch someone do it on camera because those things are insane looking. And I will say, the rarity system breaks down pretty interestingly in the game. You've got commons, uncommons, then you have ultra rares, but you also have, I think there's an extra rare, like I mentioned, of every card, I believe, in the entire set. So like there's a slight change in variation. I hope we get an extra rare that we can kind of compare to like a normal like card. And we can, oh, is this one? Oh, it's just a rare, but it has a nice little pop. Look down there, that's so exciting. It fooled me for a moment, but it looks really cool. Hero's Inspiration, I believe, is a foundation card and goes on. No, maybe it's not. I think it's, I can't recall. I was watching, by the way, this game I think is picking up a lot of steam. There's more content creators on it than ever before, like especially from the first set. The professor, for example, from Tellurian Community College just made a how to play on the game, released it a few days ago. Look at that, that is so cool looking. And oh man, look at the foiling on that guy. The way it pops like that. Oh, look at that. There is a secret rare common. I don't actually know if we've pulled an all worked up, but this is a, I call it secret rare. It's an extra rare. Sorry, I've done so many games that have like a secret rare name. It is an extra rare, and look at that. God, I love that. The background is so insane. Look how crazy that is. All right, I'm gonna set this one aside. This is an extra rare common. I don't know if we've actually pulled that, but I wanna show you the difference. Obviously the foiling, yeah, we have, straight up, literally in this pack. So the difference between the normal common, obviously non-foil, versus the extra rare common, this is cosmetic only, but they took the time to create this for every card in the set, which means that you can functionally play with this card just fine, but then you can make everything just pop all the more by collecting the rarer variant of the card, the extra rare, which is fun because if you like to bling out decks, and I'm not gonna lie, I like to bling out decks, you have an opportunity to do that with literally every card in the set, and therefore every card in the game, which is pretty cool. But Tellurian Community College made a how to play on it, which is super helpful if you want to pick up the rules of the game. I will probably link that in the description as well as in a comment down below, along with some info. If you'd like to get in and play this in your local game store, they have a website that you can go to. Look at that, Nullify. And you can go in and you can like sign up and then find like where the game is being played, where you can pick up product from your local game store. The company really wants players to really interface with their local game store, and I think that's fantastic. If you don't think that's fantastic, why? Because encouraging the growth and support of the place that you play your games and hopefully purchase your games from is incredible. And that's what you should be aiming for. Another ultra rare, the Hulking Grimace. Pretty cool looking as well. Some of them just have like the spot foiling treatment that you see in a lot of other games, like the masking foiling that they do. Some of them just go crazy with it, which I think is my personal favorite. You've got extra rares. I left off. You've got ultra rares, which we've pulled a couple of as well. Obviously you have common, uncommon, rare, extra rare, ultra rare, and then you have secret rares, which there are only 2 in this set. I know that specifically. That is an important thing. I know there are only 2, and I'll show you why later. Here we have the Grenadier Bracers. Heck, I'll show you why right now, because here are the pulls that I had from the first box that I opened while I was just kind of like casually taking it all in so that I could prepare and talk to you with more understanding, because I feel like that's important. We got some nice ultra rares. We got Focused Attack, Compression Sphere, Blood Moon Rending, which is really cool looking, Piercing Needle. Then we got an XR SE, so this is like the starter exclusive alternate version, the extra rare. And then we have an XR ultra rare, which is really cool. So you've got the extra rare, ultra rare version. And then we just happen to pull one of the 2 super rares in the set. And it is a beautiful card. Like, this just hits. This is an incredible looking card, and I was pumped to just get the, but look how beautiful that is. Like, if you look at this and you don't enjoy that, like actively enjoy that, I mean, come on now. Come on now. Like, even if you're not super big into anime art, that's just that the framing, just the way that it hits is so wonderful. And this is looking to be, you know, a pretty pricey card in general, which is great if you like the idea of having collectability in your card game. I think that's cool. I am a big collector as far as, you know, just in general cards is concerned. I love the idea of collecting, you know, cards and having those special moments where you open something that is collectible. And this has that. This game has that. It also has a great system for play. Basically, you're picking a character, you're building a deck around that character, which, by the way, this set is literally made for building new decks and trying new things out. And then you're jamming that into like your opponent, and it's literally just back and forth. I'm playing attacks, I'm defending attacks. It feels very close up, but there's like other ways to approach it as well. Look at that. Got an XRUC, so we got an uncommon secret rare version of it. We've seen this card opened a couple of times, but look at that foiling. Then we have the foil rare in the same pack as well, which is pretty fun. And the way that the game goes, it goes back and forth from you know, attacking, defending, but there's some really cool resource management in it as well, because you're not, you know, playing out these permanents that well, technically you're not playing out permanents that generate you resources over time. You're essentially using your deck as resource, and you're playing cards and you're checking to see if these cards resolve, and you're using the top of your deck, wow, that's so cool looking, to check said cards to see if you can actually play it, which I think is really interesting, because then you actually shuffle your deck back together, and you know, after it's been discarded, you can shuffle your deck back together, and you kind of see your deck dwindle over time because you get rid of the top 10 cards after you shuffle. And so over time, you're performing these checks and you're slowly running out of like cards and resources, and you're trying to close out your opponent. You're playing these attacks that could attack low, for example, and deal X amount of damage, but you can use these cards to block as well, and you get benefits for blocking based on the zone that is being attacked into. So if your opponent's attacking low and you block low, then you know, like mitigate more of the damage. And so there's a lot of interesting deck building possibilities, and this set, holy crap, are you we got the other one. This is a super rare. Again, there's two in the set. There's two in the set. We pulled the first one in the first box, and now we have the second one. God, look at how cool this card looks, man. These cards look so awesome. And the foiling, it's like, it's interesting because it's like mirror rainbow foiling. It's not crazy, it's subdued, but it's also very well thought out. It's like they put it in specific spots heavier, and they do, that is so cool. Dude, one in each box. I was sitting here going like, oh crap, man, I should have turned it on more in that first one, because I did sit down to record it just in case we pulled the elusive chrome rare and I would just like cut that into this video, but we didn't, and instead we opened the secret rare that honestly is like my favorite art in the set based on like looking at all the pictures. And now we pull the other one, so we have a complete set. We've done it. We just close it all down. I was looking at decks to build, and I am by no means am I a you know, adept deck builder in this game yet, but it is something that I definitely want to put together decks for and play, because like I said multiple times already, this was one I already had my eye on. And look at that, we got a nice little foil rare recovery time. Plus, I also started watching a show like a couple weeks before the set, the first set, like the game actually came out, and I never got to get around to like actually sitting down and finishing out the show. I think I watched like the first season, and I really enjoyed it. I watch anime, I would not say regularly, sparingly, just because I don't watch much TV in general. And if it's anime, it's me watching it only, because you know, obviously my wife is not as interested in the old Japanese animation as I am. That being said, this was really fun to watch. I really enjoyed it. It had a lot of the normal tropes that you would expect from an anime, but done in a way that I think just hit. You know, like it hit the right notes. I have, by the way, stopped sorting the uncommons. Don't judge me, or maybe do judge me. Leave a comment down below and judge me all you want. Ooh, we got another ultra rare Sudden Death Assault. Add that to the stack. We've got our 4 ultra rares closing in on the end of this box. I just can't say it enough. I've very much enjoyed opening, and I wish I could have posted this video. When I opened this first set, I very much enjoyed it, and I didn't know as much about it as I do now, having kind of spent some time, taken some time to really dig into it. But I wish it wouldn't have corrupted. I mean, that's true of like all videos, right? You wish it doesn't corrupt. That's a cool looking card. God, look at that. All Might. Dude's hilarious in the show. At least in the first season. Tell me, well, I guess don't spoil it. But do you enjoy this show? Have you watched this show? And if so, does it make you want to try out the card game? Because this system has so many IPs that were so alluring to me personally that it was like a foregone conclusion that I wanted to try it. And then this one hit the market and I was like, yeah, this is the time. And it is a pretty cool one. Extendo Hair Strike. It's also just like uncanny and weird enough and off the wall that it's like quintessentially Japanese in that way, and I like that. I'm a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of a lot of what's going on with this. I do think, so as far as like how this game functions in general, it is very heavy into the iconography, and I haven't talked much about how the game plays outside. Ooh, a friend of animals, which means there's a foil back behind here too. Yeah, look at that. A secret rare, which are very hard to, well, I guess very hard to come by. Look how cool that foiling is. Again, it's like Japanese card game-esque. Just go look up like Wii Cross foils and like other crazy foils as well. It's like that style, but it's subdued enough that like Western audiences aren't immediately like gaudy with it, and it just hits right. So we actually have a secret rare, God, I keep calling him that, an extra rare common, an extra rare uncommon, and an extra rare, which is kind of fun. Completed the set. Now we need an extra rare starter exclusive. That would be sick. Nah, forget that. We just need the chrome rare to finish this video off. That would be... I'm telling you, I don't know who's lucky enough to pull that, but it's not going to happen here. And I wish it would, but... because I want to see one of those in person. I think they look absolutely insane in the picture. We have another ultra rare. That is way more than I expected. I thought there were like 4 to 5 per box, but I haven't opened enough boxes, so looks like I'm wrong because they are trending towards the old 6 right now, which reminds me of like a Flesh and Blood Majestic setups. Like you have Majestics that are, you know, decently priced, and you hit like 6 to 9 of them in a single box. By the way, you can pick up this box at your local game store after pre-release weekend, which is this weekend, literally today. The day this video is posting, pre-releases are going on. UA High, there it is. So if you want to go and like get your hands on these cards early before the set actually drops, like we're doing right here, feel free to check out the link down in the description and also in the pinned comment. I'm going to have a link there that you can click. You can sign up for their website. You can go check out where you can play. Go play with some friends. Try it out for yourself. See what you think. So, so manly. It's so manly. I love that. Good Lord. Hey, we completed the set. That is beautiful looking. Dude, that is insane looking. Oh man, look at that. That is incredible. And look, we completed the set. We've got the extra rare starter edition. Starter exclusive. Geez, it's been a long day. If you didn't know, I'm a teacher, and I worked long hours today. We'll put it that way. But coming home and cracking open packs of this hits the spot. I hope you've enjoyed the video. And after I open this last pack, we're gonna open our final promo from this box. See what we got our hands on. Nothing to see here. Well, I think there was something to see here. Let's see what's in here. Let's see if there's anything to see here. No chrome rare this time. Not this time, but you know, hope springs eternal, and maybe, just maybe, someone out there will, you know what, I'm just going to cut this. Forget it. Someone out there will post and share their experience of opening a Chrome Rare at a pre-release. Wouldn't that be just insane? Did I literally still just not? No. Okay, good. Goodness, that would have been crazy. UniVersus, a really cool system for a game. Death Arms. That is a cool looking card. God, I can't get over the foiling. Foiling is sick. I think there's so much room for foiling, like innovation. And I just want people to, like games and companies to really try to push foiling because I think it's so fun. In conclusion, we got ourselves a nice box here. Got some good ultra rares that we hit all the way through. Let me know in a comment below what deck I should build, what deck I should actively seek out so that I can jump in and experience this game with you. I would love to pick this up. I had a late friend who really enjoyed the game. He had a lot of the different sets from back in the day. I still think about him all the time whenever this game comes up, whenever a UniVersus system comes up. That's a hit. That's a way to go. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to make that number go to the other number. Check out this game. Support the company that's really putting a lot of time, effort into this and wants you to play at a local game store, which I think is really incredibly important. And as always, thanks for watching.